In the win against Washington, as we take a look at the lineup. No Monetization for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, that's too bad. He's played well. They're resting him. He's okay. Amazing. Obviously, one significant move doesn't just change things everywhere as Mr. Holiday go right on. Like those two playing against each other, Alvaro. If we see Holiday against Colin Sexton, it'll be good. Cedi Osman again, young man from Turkey.
A double and a foul. We see the
more talented players in one place than you've probably played at in your entire career.
Sexton in traffic, and he does the circus act for the score. Poitras with his left hand, and it's good. Talking about new faces, how about Alice A. Johnson, selected in the second round by the Pacers. He's in the game right now as you see the dunk by Lee. We always say he fell through the cracks, but not anymore.
That's what he does. He gets after it.
Inside, Osman with a nice feed by Sexton.
Sexton pushes it.
How about Toya Decree Holiday? She played college basketball at Arizona State, and she was the Pac-10 Player of the Year in 1982.
Spots in the roster. Now it's 15 plus the two-way contracts. Is Cedi Osman with the two-way contracts were a great idea, and the G League gets better and better and more important each year for the various
travel they may count, so teams are very judicious as Sexton loses the handle, and here comes Johnson and the foul. Tough shot.
Yeah, moving sideways. That's
what a shot, what a pass. What a pass by Jordan Stevens. Ended up switching to Division II Midwestern State. Getting back into basketball. Johnson, corner three. Oh boy.
Really good.
Deadly if you start to come in. Leslie up front. And the final putback by Sumner. Try to outsmart himself a bit.
He certainly did.
What a move by Preston. He sensed that Sumner was going to go for, can't call it the hot seat. After Henry Ellison was here, it's more like the wet seat. Matthias with a shot from the corner.
Show and dribble handle, and like he really sees the floor and he understands angles, and you know we use him as a pickup without a doubt. So he gets a little of that from him.
One of the most fun teams. Team with great chemistry, great team that really, I don't want to use the word overachieved, but certainly surprised a lot of people around the NBA.
And he is no joke to guard. I mean, he's a tough. And then with Doug, you know,
Doug McDermott, our viewers, Tyreek Evans, Doug McDermott coming on board, Kyle O'Quinn. You didn't rest on your laurels. You've given Nate McMillan more to work with.
Yeah, that was our goal. And for me, having some free agent money and having some cap space, we could get better. And what's best is if we like this team in the future years, I've got 50, potentially 57. I worry about Nate that he goes too hard, and I want him to enjoy, but he really sets the tone, and then it really comes from our leadership of our players.
Just keep turning the ball over.
Inside the Leaf. And the putback by Poitras.
Alex got his hand up. We saw it, Alex. We know it was you.
He's got 5 points. And you know how they say that players need to figure out the NBA?
At a real high level, but he's comfortable playing at that level. But it is funny. Oh, nice move by TJ. He got inside and then got it high on
Eastern.
All those games happen to be played right here in Cox Pavilion. Next door, 5 other games going on. This is, as we're winding up.
The only issue may be here in the Cox Pavilion, which is a smaller of the 2 arenas. You may just have a big draw like the Knicks game last night at 6.
I like the atmosphere here, particularly for the earlier games like we're doing right now. Earlier in the day, it's still close to being filled up. Cedi Osman again. And Colin Cedi Osman knows what to do. Move without the ball.
Holiday squares up. Intercepted by Ben Moore. Takes it all the way.
Well, but they can't help themselves. Turning it over way too much. 51% from the field they're shooting, but Cedi Osman, percentage.
Aaron Holiday, and Holiday's got some 5 turnovers. Not all of them against Texan, but a few against Collins. He blows by Holiday and gets it to go.
talking during halftime with Nate McMillan, Popeye Jones, Dan Burke, his staff sitting there. They're enjoying watching these guys.
Sexton with a second to shoot. He scores over Holiday.
Tough shot.
Now Holiday with a crossover and the three. Mano a mano.
Yeah, these two are going. Yeah, I think they're fine. He made the shot. You missed the shot, and then he takes another when you second guess. You can see now that shot go in.
Yes,
there we go.
It does.
He can back one. Coach Matt Painter.
Osman with a move. Oh yes.
Well, Jetty's done a good job putting the ball on the floor, Alvaro. Not much done, so it's really challenging. I'd say there might have been a double session back home, but max 5 practices. I mean, you got guys still
got invited to this summer league. You're used to being either the most athletic, the best shooter. You're being the best player in the game, but. At the same time, we have really promising young talent, out here on display. We've got Jetty back. We're really excited about what we have going forward, and I think we can shock a lot of people as to what we can do.
And you personally, what do you?
Best player of all time.
Not perhaps.
There you go. That's the answer.
Not perhaps. No, it was awesome. I mean, growing up in Akron, Ohio, that's
verbal, and I think it's going to suit him very well.
Low post move by Vladimir Wozniacki.
Wozniacki's good job. Alizé stayed in front of him.
7 to shoot and to the end of the quarter. And that's a 3 by Edmund Sumner. Double machine 2012 as John Holland strips the ball. Gucci Smith over to John. And he makes the bucket, rewarding the guy. Actually just played for Puerto Rico in one of those FIBA windows recently. Nice putback. Nice in Italy with Cremona. Scucci blocked.
Right team. He's not a smaller man, but he stays in the play, reaches across and blocks it.
Nice move. Nice quiet move by got 8 points. Alizé 1-on-1. Ooh. Rugged against Billy Preston.
Yeah, you got that. That's what it's all about.
But it makes it tougher on offense, right?
Oh, without question.
Johnson, tremendous move. He put his head down to move Osman out of the... Another one of these Sexton Holiday matchups. Hope we see them for 12 years. Here comes Holland against Johnson. Oh, boy. Oh, what a basket by John Holland. Sexton with 7 turnovers.
It's really an ideal location for the NBA Summer League.
A crossover. Sexton all the way.
Sexton lays it into the cash bucket.
And there's a little trash talk after that basket.
Colin Sexton, impressive. He's gotten a little bit the better of Aaron Holiday so far this afternoon.
He's got 17 points. Leaf found the handle. He died. What's the NBA record for most turnovers in a game? We know that the record for most assists in a game with 30. Who had 6 dimes so far? And both coaches have basically brought in for the last minute and a half their starting 5.
No, they both wanted to win it, but Cleveland came up with a couple big shots. Edmund Sumner's not like.
The entry pass, huh? A little tricky always. So Sexton said, all right, if that's not available, I'm going in.
Cavs not going to foul. They're going to allow you to go in. See if the Pacers are going to foul.
2 steps and right to the bucket. He's got 21 points.
Gansey, who is the head coach of Fort Wayne in the G League. In the G League, you are allowed to challenge whether the ball was tipped and deflected out of bounds. LeBron James.
Sumner again, long range. And
basket has had a lid on it for TJ Leaf. He's been in that paint all night and has not been able to get it to fall.
As Osmond will dribble it away, the Cavaliers win. They're 2-1 in Vegas. Indiana falls to 1-2, and they will both continue into the elimination round. Shetty Osman, PJ with